Okay, so I'm going to bring in some troops here, and I'm bringing in my rocket buggies, of course, to start. Got attacked there, so I had to move them. Now some Hummers. I'm going to pull them all together. We're going to pull and kill all of the individual ground troops. Well, I guess we'll use rocket buggies to do it. I got hit. I got hit again. No, I didn't. See, who says you can't have fun in the game? Alright, that's the end of that. So let's line up and get set to start pulling all of the ground troops. Grab an individual rocket buggy. Pull a few of these guys back. Use the Hummers in the front, because as soon as the rocket buggy moves past them all, the guys will target the Hummers instead. Have a little bit more health. Alright, if you notice up above that I had turned on the AI and I'm now turning it back off, I'll do that, throughout this video. Let's pull some more. There we go. Turn the AI back on. It's a little bit easier if you turn the AI back on, because it makes your guys move forward automatically. If you don't, then they'll just sit there sometimes and be barely out of range of something, and what they're out of range of will continuously fire on them, and they'll just sit there and take it. Alright, we're ending that attack because we've killed that side. We're going to move over to the other side. And I do notice that I missed the one guy there by the oil storage, but we'll get him later, as you'll see. Some more Hummers, some more rocket buggies. Pretty much use these, religiously to clear, at least to clear the personnel. And these low-end vehicles, like the, uh-oh, there we go. See, here you see it again, it's off, they're getting shot at. So I moved them back some, then turned the A on, and they'll commence to killing the little guys. This is pretty much what you'll do on any base from 0 to at least 15. Sometimes in 15s you'll have tanks. They'll have the rhinos. I've actually come against one that actually had a paladin, but he only had one of them, and I pulled him back and used some air to kill him. Some of my helicopter guys. If you're careful, though, as you'll notice, most of my guys have taken very minimal to 0 damage. I think at the end of the video, throughout this entire deal, I'll have maybe 6 Hummers and 5 or 6 of my rocket buggies that are really, really low that have to be repaired. Uh-oh, mortar incoming. But I fixed them. Look at that. I actually hit the guy. They'll repair rapidly anyway, so it doesn't matter. Thought he was going to get that last shot off, but he didn't. And the rest of them killed him for me. Okay, looks like we've got all of the ground troops killed at this point. So let's look. Well, we got the one guy over there, and then we've got the bunker down at the bottom. Bunkers can be a pain in the ass, but as long as you've got enough rocket buggies to destroy the bunker really quickly, you can use Humvees to assault the guys. Some people, at least some videos that I've watched, they'll use rocket buggies, or they'll use the Razorbacks to destroy the bunkers, and then they'll bring in some flamethrowers while they're assaulting it and use the flamethrowers to kill all the people quickly. they don't tend to do, at least at this level in the game, so much damage that, you know, all of that extra drama is required. Okay. Wait on the Hummers. They're a little slow, but they'll get there. Okay, get everything lined up. Keep everything out of range as best you can. Move your Hummers in position, and then just charge with the Hummers and run the rocket buggies in behind them. This way the Hummers are taking the blunt of the damage, and then poof. And that was with 9 rocket buggies. You can do it with 6. It works out just as quickly. That was a little bit overkill, but that's what this game's all about. So now it's time to get some of these turrets. Now what I like to do with the turrets is what you're seeing now. Line up one guy, send him in against the turrets, make sure that he's not getting attacked by the turret, and then send all your other guys in. Even though at max range, which is star number 6 for the rocket buggies, they're supposed to be able to outrange these turrets. Occasionally they'll screw up and they'll actually walk a little bit closer. Also, what you need to look out for on these level 15s is mines. As you're going to soon see here in this video, I go up with my first rocket buggy to determine range. I move the rest of my rocket buggies up, and when I do, they're to the right of them, right about, well, as soon as they kill this guy, I'm not going to bother with bringing the Humvees up. I'll just kill him with the rocket buggies. But right off to the right of it, you'll see the landmine go off, and watch, boom, it killed 2 of my vehicles. So you got to be careful with them. It's useful to run a single guy around and try and use them kind of as like a mine exploder kind of guy, a minesweeper. But you know, I sent one up. I figured the rest of them would pile in on top of him. They kind of stayed spread out for no apparent reason. I don't know why, and they got him. What I'm doing now is I'm going to move around to the north side of this base, get shot at by a mortar turret, of course, and probably get shot at again, and then move around to the top, and I'm going to kill that last laser turret. After I've killed that last laser turret, everything on the base, as far as, you know, infantry or damaging, minus the 2 mortar turrets, will be dead. At that point, you can bring in your drones, you can use your rocket buggies to kite the mortar cannons back and forth. I did not do that in this video because I max range everything, and I've got the drones, and I wanted to show them being used. It's about the only use that I've found for the drones. I know that they can kill and attack vehicles, every vehicle except for the Humvee. The Humvee can kill your aerial drones, but you know, if you try and pull a vehicle out just to kill him with your aerial drones, it's going to be a lot more drama than it would be just to use your regular vehicles. Now, you get into some of the vehicles, like when you get to the Paladins or the bigger ones, it might be smarter to use your aerial drones if you've got them leveled up a couple times. But, you know, for this video, I just used them to kill the mortars. So there, the first one's dead. Now I'm going to sick him on the other one. They'll kill the other one pretty quickly, actually, because I think I had 10. So here we go, we're killing them. Alright, that's the second one. At this point, you just want to click off on the screen somewhere to get them to go to another way. That way they don't start blowing buildings up. They'll actually auto-target. We're going to exit combat. We're going to come back again, this time preparing for mop-up. If you didn't notice also, during that last, I had clicked on the aircraft, and you have to hit the minus sign. Every time you hit the minus sign, it sends one of your aerial drones away. Some people have asked, you know, in channel, in the chat. As you notice, it's not available for me here for some reason today. Chat doesn't want to work. But you see that I pulled out, anyway, about the video, I pulled out a bunch of flamethrower guys. This is about the only use that I've ever found for them. So I'll pull out some Humvees to take any extra damage that's sent out. I got some rocket buggies out. I think I've pulled out 6 or 7 of them. The ones that weren't destroyed, that were left over from the initial assault. There's 5? Yeah, 5. We're going to use them 5 rocket buggies, 2, 4, 6 Humvees, and 2, 4, I think 7 of the flamethrower guys. The reason that I use the flamethrower guys for mop-up is that usually when you destroy a building, if you've got the flamethrower guys close enough to a building, they will pretty much disintegrate anything that comes out of that building, especially if you've got 5 or 6 of them. I mean, As you'll see, they'll take very little damage, and because they'll kill the stuff so quickly. Okay, we're coming back in. There was a small glitch and a hiccup, so you noticed a little time lapse there. We're still in the same place, killing the same guy. I had to move my flame jet guys, or rocket launcher dudes, or whatever they're called, flamethrowers. Kill these guys with the Humvees. They're dead. Alright, let's start lining everybody up. We need to get them all in position so that we can start killing these buildings without taking very much damage. This is the best way that I've found to take buildings. I've tried with tanks, I've tried everything else. Boom, right there you just saw. The guy, he'd already taken one shot from the other guys. Usually power plants drop about 6 to 8 guys on these levels, so having these flamethrower guys, watch, just gone. Not even one little mortar got off. Normally, they would have killed a Humvee or maybe even a couple of my rocket buggies to kill that group. So we're going to move on to the next building, get all my guys hitting the same building, watch the flamethrower guys just kill them quickly. Start packing up, and this is just basic mop up. This happens, you know, at the end of all these spaces. Once you've killed the ground troops and the turrets, it's candy, especially if you bring in a few of your the flame guys. Done and done. I'm gonna line up over here and kill this other power plant. See, it's incredible how quickly they kill the personnel that come out of these buildings when they go down. I had been using Humvees to do that, and I noticed that my Humvees were actually getting beat up really well, you know, or for them really well. So I tried bringing in some of the flamethrower guys yesterday, and it worked out really good. So that's pretty much become my new strategy as far as, you know, mop up. Bring in some rocket buggies to kill them fast, to blow the buildings up quick, have some flame guys to shoot quick like, and then throw a couple Humvees in just to, you know, help kill things quicker. I used to move everything away and just blow up the buildings with my rocket buggies because they were fast enough you could turn and run off with them, but watch, about 10-15 guys are going to pop out of there. And did you even see them? I didn't. Nice credit reward, and then back to map, and that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it.